This is lesson 1 of CS 5910, Fundamental of Computer and Network Security. We will define two important terms in cybersecurity, vulnerability and threats. Example of them will be provided. Learn how to identify them will help us develop sound security policy and related enforcement procedure. Enable us to design effective control of this vulnerability and implement secure networked computer system. We'll use an ATM heist as an example appeared summer 2016 to illustrate the related vulnerability and threats. Vulnerability is defined as a weakness in the security system. It can occur in the policy, procedure, design, and implementation of the system. They may be exploited to cause harm and loss. Vulnerabilities of a system need to be carefully considered and evaluated from the perspective of cyber attacks or cyber defense. In this class, we will learn how to examine the system from the hackers and cyber attack point of view, not just from the defense point of view. An attack surface is a total sum of vulnerability in a given system that will be accessible to a hacker. Most of network systems are complex. Some vulnerability may be costly to fix and or patch. Especially human may be involved in as such important factors in most systems. Therefore, it is said there is no 100% perfect system. Threat to a networked computer system is defined as a set of circumstances that has the potential to cause loss or harm. It could come from the inside, called insider attack. Outside, nature or man-made. If it comes from inside, it is called insider attack. They are difficult to detect or verify. Often detected through the auditing with careful data analysis and correlation of the data log records. Here are the different categories of vulnerability. It could arise from hardware not using proper techniques to generate secure key for accessing the request. It often caused by programs not checking input data thorough. It is so-called input validations. The result are malicious code that are let in. Many of the vulnerabilities are due to laziness of human nature. For example, many database Wi-Fi router were found to configure with vendor-installed default password, easy to be attacked. A security policy can be designed to guide the system and software designer and the system operation. If the policy is not defined strict enough, a secure hole may be left open and exploited. We will examine such an example shortly. A sound security policy does not prevent threat from occurs. It requires diligent enforcement. A human error and operation letdown on carry out these enforcement procedures may lead to intrusion. There are 4 types of system security threats. An email and internet packet can easily intercepted by the hackers who wiretap the network connections. Hackers can use compromised node in botnet they purchased to blast large volume of messages to a web server, interrupting the request by others. Hacker can break in a server and modify the programs for monitoring its user action or tampering the data for making incorrect decisions. Once break in, a hacker can create different accounts, create fake network services for trapping other customers, generate phishing requests, sending out requests, assume the ID of the organization. An intruder need only find one vulnerability to exploit and break in. A system admin and system professional for an organization, we need to worry about each and every vulnerability, fixing them and patching them. When a new operating system and software release installed, or a subcomponents of a system is replaced, the penetration testing need to be repeated. Due to the complex nature of the typical network system, not all security mechanisms can take care of all the possible vulnerability. We are relying on best practice and a set of security principles for improving the security design and operation. From time to time, in this class, we will introduce such security principles and apply them in case study and our design problem. A control is defined as an action, device, policy, procedure, or technique that removes or reduces a vulnerability. Note that here we say it sometimes just reduce, not remove completely the vulnerability. By controlling vulnerability, we are block threats. We will discuss later a variety of control and degree to which they enhance a system security. For example, security policy is a kind of control. It defined as a succinct statement of a system protection strategy. Here is an example of security policy. Patches must be verified before install. It is a sound policy, but has any of us really verified the software we downloaded? Very few. Has any of us verified the online banking certificate presented by their web server indeed is signed by VeriSign or proper certificate authority? Another sound security policy may be restrict the download of software upgrade or patches from a specific server of an organization. We see how this policy is not implemented and enforced and resulting in an ATM bank heist recently. While in Taiwan last summer, I was shocked to watch TV news show the picture of 13 money mules. Those are people hired by the hacker to retrieve illegal obtained money in front of the First Bank ATM teller machines. A total of 2.2 million were stolen. Witnesses reported late night, 3 a.m., ATM magically spit out large volume of banknotes without the foreigners even touch the screen of the ATM. The report said all 13 mules have left the country. A few days later, TV news report Taiwan's FBI started to interview the key clerks of the First Bank London branch. It was reported the affected First Bank ATM somehow received malware as software patch from an answering server at their London branches. It turned out there is a break-in and the answer server was hijacked. The hacker can be remote access the infected system to launch connection to ATM in Taiwan disguised as a legitimate request through the bank gateway. In regular July software update period, malware is installed into scores of ATM machines. Now let's examine the vulnerability of this first banking system. First, the ATM machine does not verify the integrity of the software patch or identify the download server. Its security policy may not be restricted enough to limit the software upgrade server. Physical security probably is not strong enough at the London branch. Therefore, breaking occur, and the breaking may not be detected or immediately reported. Why there is a particular threat of this ATM bank? The hackers reside on the East Europe was very skillful and successful in several ATM bank heists before, where it has well-organized operation. Used two groups of money mule. First, the 13-person turn the ATM money into a coordinator. And then two other money mule fly in later, July 15 and 17, to launder the money and attempt to take the money out of the country. In terms of financial incentive, this is the motive. Somehow the hacker has detailed knowledge on the schedule on when the ATM software update occur inside First Bank.